Hey guys, welcome back. We are now joined by the one and only Ashley Darby. Ashley, hello.
Hello, how are you?
So how have you been doing these last few months? Obviously, it's been an interesting time. How is being at home with Dean?
I am loving spending time with my son. You know, it's not the ideal circumstances, everything going on in the world with Black Lives Matter movement and people being out of jobs and not being able to feed their families. So the silver lining for me is that I get to spend so much time with Dean. I get to watch every milestone and hear all of his little giggles. We've been spending the last few months at our beach house in Bethany. He's just growing so much every day. I mean, the hormones right after having the baby are insane. And I was in super protective mother bear mode, very protective of my cub. And I almost did not do the show.
Wow.
As you will see, it was quite a bumpy road. And that surprised me. I was more self-conscious because to me, I wasn't being this person that I have been for the last 4 years on the show. I'm a completely different person. So it was a challenge for me to get back into the swing of things.
Right.
I feel like that's relatable, a new mom, just kind of figuring out where you fit in with your old life changes a lot.
And it's also like the baby is now the priority as opposed to the show.
Yeah, very true. I mean, of course I still, there's a group dynamic that when you're around the ladies, you just fall into place, but there still was an element, as I mentioned, the hormones I didn't quite understand how powerful they would be, and I went through a bit of postpartum depression, so all of that just kind of played into how I related to the group.
We are relieved that you did make the decision to come back on the show, though. I would have been very upset if that happened. What can we expect from you this season?
This season was a lot about transformation for me and a lot of growth. And yes, there is definitely there's a hiccup in my relationship. We have to work through it, and you see all of that. And
I don't have the sex drive that I used to have.
Several strippers. What? Oh my God.
He was asking who we can take to a hotel nearby.
This is like it.
We ended up going back to a hotel.
I can't make it up sometimes, like these things. I'm just destined to be on Real Housewives. Thankfully some people can relate to it and I can help some people, but and some of it, especially for the ladies, is entertaining.
Speaking of that, you and a bunch of your castmates from Real Housewives of Potomac have been really outspoken about the Black Lives Matter movement. So why do you all think it's important to use your voice and use your platform, especially with the Bravo community?
Well, we have the privilege of having the ear of so many people. And so we have the responsibility to spread the awareness and really be the voices of change. I know that we are in Housewives and we have our disagreements, but in this climate and have a shared experience of being Black women, there's an appreciation that I have for my castmates that runs deep because they understand the importance of this movement and they don't just sit in silence. Even though, I just don't necessarily feel like warm and fuzzy towards some of them, I still have this respect that has grown over the last few months.
So we do have a new housewife this season.
Yes.
Dr. Wendy. What were your first impressions of her?
When Wendy first came into the group, she was wearing a Gucci belt. She had her hair done. She had her gold earrings in. She had her sparkly nails. It was like the first thing I noticed about her was just like her bling. I mean, she was literally like blinding me. It was like glinting into my eye every time I looked at her. So her appearance spoke volumes. As I got to know her, I realized that her personality matched her appearance. A very opinionated lady. We had our share of issues. We certainly did.
I did.
Woke up from a nap.
Oh my goodness.
Chatting.
He's like, I woke up and I have a meeting right now. Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
Ashley, thank you so much for joining us.
And don't forget to watch Real Housewives of Potomac on Sundays at 9.